都係平生不識方俊輝，便稱馬迷也枉然。有我方俊輝坐鎮星島，加埋江湖各路平馬家，一律雲集，跟住星島齊齊贏，其他馬報點比啊？
仲有逢賽馬日加料16大板，貼士勁，數據精，
有我咪即係贏咯！
認住佢先，外邊嚟緊啦，鬥到嚟最後300，
大家都肚餓啦，
咁開飯啦！
Hello， 各位朋友，大家好啊！咁啊，歡迎收睇我哋呢個訪問啊！今日我哋嘅嘉賓咧就係湯普新。Hello Ben，can you say hi to our audience?
Hello audience, thanks for having me, Ian.
So Ben, welcome to Hong Kong. Actually, I was a surprise when I see your name, and because now you have developed quite a successful career back in Queensland. So why would you like come to Hong Kong at this particular time of the year?
Yeah, it's obviously a very exciting call to get from the Hong Kong Jockey Club to the opportunity to come here and ride. And like most jockeys, it's a dream. It has been a dream of mine and a dream of most to ride in Hong Kong. So it was an offer that I didn't really feel like there was much of a decision to make. It was just instantly, when can I come? So fantastic to be here, and I'm loving the experience.
So far, you have been here for a few, I think 2 months almost. So
almost
what do you
a month
think?
and a half.
Yeah. So what do you think about the racing here? Is that a little bit different to what you think before you come to Hong Kong?
I've always been a big fan of Hong Kong racing and had a strong interest in it. So I've watched it a lot, and having mates ride here, it's only strengthened that interest. So without having come, I'd sort of following it for some time, I'm sure helped. But there's nothing like first-hand experience. It's a lot different. It's different on and off the track.
Yes.
In Australia, I've been based in Victoria and now Queensland there. So the riding's different. It's also getting used to different riders.
Yes.
And traits that other riders have. So nonetheless, it's been brilliant dealing with some of the world's best trainers, and riding at Happy Valley and Sha Tin's been amazing. So I'm sure I think I'm 7 weeks into a 12-week stint, and yeah, really enjoying it. So it's a invaluable experience.
So riding in Hong Kong actually is quite challenging. So no matter how good of your portfolio, you still have to get your ride and then just perform at the track. In Australia, you have your agent who can help you to just sort of all the rides. But in Hong Kong, you have to do it on your own, and you have to do all the homework on your own too. So can you tell us what is the biggest challenge that you face as a jockey in Hong Kong?
Yeah, that itself, it's a big challenge and a big change to what we're used to. So in Australia, what we're used to in Australia. So it makes even the winners have had extra rewarding, knowing that you've had to, chase hard or actually seek the ride.
Yes.
Rather than your agent and or the trainer just contacting your agent behind the scenes. So it's been a great challenge, and also then trying to source rides out of meetings you've ridden at following the meeting. I guess all part of the great game that's here in Hong Kong. So it's been a good experience. I had that experience sort of dealing the same way in Singapore. You don't have a manager when I spent time there. So I'm sure that's helped. It hasn't been completely foreign to me, but a big part of the challenge.
It took a while for you to just land your first winner in Hong Kong on the 6th of March. You're just flying home at Happy Valley when you are reading a Career Magic. So I'm sure that is a big relief for you, because just for the first 30-40 rides, cannot just make a winner, but at least there's a winner. So can you share with us how do you feel at that time?
Yeah, exactly. It was amazing. As you say, it's every win special. No matter in Australia, we ride on many different tracks, and it doesn't matter the class of race, the value of the race or where it is, it's always special and very rewarding to ride a winner, but especially here, as I say, it's more so, it's been a dream like to ride here, something that I wished for, not necessarily can you say you're going to come here. So to be here is one thing and to ride a win is another, so it was extremely special. It was 3.5 weeks into my stint, so when there is only 2 meetings a week to it, it makes it feel like a lot longer.
Yes.
But it was definitely extremely rewarding, like satisfying, and a relief. So hopefully we can find more before my licence year is up.
Yes. So when we're talking about your racing background, actually you're based in Melbourne and you're apprenticed to Mick Price, and then you just moved to Queensland. So can you tell us what's the reason that you would like to move your base from Victoria to Queensland?
Yeah. So my first was Mick Kent
Yes,
in Cranbourne. So there's been others that have had a similar introduction to racing, but my parents actually trained greyhounds, so racing of a different code, and I hadn't ridden a horse until I was 15, so it all happened quite spur of the moment. It was actually Easter of 2012, the first time I rode a horse, and then I got a job with Mick Kent a couple of months later, and the interest just developed from there. I was race riding just over 2 years later. Myself and now one of my best mates, Bo Mertens, we come through at the same time, and now here we are. So I started my apprenticeship with Mick Kent. I then transferred to Alan and Jason Williams,
Yes.
Father and brother of Craig Williams, and then finished my apprenticeship and I went to Singapore, spent 12 months there, returned to Victoria. Then during COVID, during lockdowns in Victoria, I moved to Brisbane to be with my now wife Stephanie. So it happened just purely through being in lockdown and not being able to see each other, and
Yes.
now Queensland's become our home. So you can definitely say that things happen for a reason.
So when you talk about Singapore, I read an interview that Danny Brisley has been your good mate, because at that time he gave you a lot of advices, and so just actually you built quite a good foundation in Asian racing because you have the experience in Singapore and also UAE as well. So just coming to Hong Kong, firstly I would say that it's not too difficult for you, and then you just not too many good rides, but still have to perform. So there's a little bit pressure building up, right?
100%, and also like you're amongst some of the best riders in the world. So it's albeit I've had the experience, as you say, in Asia. It's a completely different challenge. This and of the highest level. Everybody's here for a reason, and has been invited to ride here, and as are amazing riders and operators on and off the track. So, but no, Danny Beasley, he's one of my best mates, and has been through spending time in Singapore. So he's been of a great value, not only as a friend off the track, but on the track. He's got a wealth of knowledge. He knows what it's like to perform and win at the highest level, and he's had an experience here in Hong Kong. So he's a great friend, and he's having him in my corner is a great thing to have.
Do you remember what's the most important message or advice that he has given to you?
Yeah, well, not particular one, but he's just I think just his outlook on obviously his knowledge on racing, his outlook on racing and life is just I think his best asset, and he's great at putting things into perspective. So he's just with his advice, like he'll tell me if I've done something wrong. Like there's no grey, but I think just out and out, he's a great person and a very good mate.
So in 2023 has been an emotional year for you because you have won your first Group 1 on Uncommon James on the Oakland Plain, and also you have your baby Harry. So we talk about the Group 1 first. So how do you feel when you're riding Uncommon James? Because at that I watched that race, you are coming from a wide barrier, and it's the horse quick enough to settle in second, and it's just in the stretch, just keep fighting the line strongly and fend off another favourite in the race. So I can see how you cheer when you won the race. So just it should be one of the highlights of your career, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was extremely special. I remember it very clearly. We come across from the wide barrier, and honestly, the race just couldn't have panned out better. It's a very high pressure race with a strong tempo, the Oakley plate, as history says. But he jumped away great. He cruised across to sit second, and he just took ownership of the race quite early and went on to win very well. So on a Queensland horse for Stephen O'Day and Matt Hoysted, who have been some of my biggest supporters since moving to Queensland, and back in Victoria where is my hometown and where everything started, was I couldn't have scripted it better. So it was a very, very memorable day, and hopefully we can taste more Group 1 success in time to come.
And then also we talk about Harry, and actually he was born in last September, and it was quite emotional for young parents, because actually when he was born, actually 13 days or 12 days, then he have to have an open heart surgery, and then there would be just like the most difficult 12 hours for you and Stephanie, right? It
was. We found out, fortunately, so we could plan for the challenges that Harry had to face. We found out halfway through the pregnancy at 20 weeks. So thank God, modern day technology, that we did know the issues, the complications that Harry had with his heart. So it was vital the first 3 to 4 weeks really, between pre-surgery, where it was just sort of letting him build up and strengthen, to then having surgery. He was in theatre for 12 and a half hours. It was very, very scary, and in that month, I'm sure Steph and I, we aged years. It was very hard, but thank God we had each other, and we've got great family and friends to help us through it. And now we've got a little boy that's thriving. He's 6 months, and unless you were to know that of his start to life, you'd have no idea there's any issues. He's happy, and he just does everything right. He's the Stefan on my greatest achievement, and it's an amazing to be parents. So we're really enjoying the journey.
Can you share the love story between you and Stephanie? And because I know both of you are jockeys, so when you plan to come to Hong Kong, actually she had to sacrifice a little bit that not riding in Queensland, and also because of she was pregnant, so she skipped riding for a little bit. So how can you just like comfort her and ask her to be a mom at home?
Yeah, I've got.
Can you give us some tips?
I've got a very understanding wife, you could say. She's amazing, Steph. She's also, as you say, a jockey. We met through riding. And we've been married almost 2 years and together 6.5. So the journey, it's gone very quick. She just returned to race riding after being out of the saddle for I think it was 10 months. So it was a bit untimely. You could say that it would have been great for her to ride a bit longer. She'd had 2 rides back before we jetted here to Hong Kong. So her career's been put on hold for mine, but it's obviously I couldn't do it without her, and very, very thankful that she has made the sacrifice for us to be here. So you could say I definitely I'm in debt to her and owe her big time.
Yes, now Harry is a healthy and cute kid. So, but I'm sure that that's as you say, is the most scariest moments that you have to go through for that 12.5 hours. So, can you give us some young parents that they have faced the same problem, some advices for them how to just like cope with, or how to comfort the partner? Just like I'm sure the friends and families has been very important. But any advices to that? Yeah,
it's still raw and something that you have to sort of think back on to answer that. But I think more so probably just in any relationship, but something like that when you have adversity or challenges to face is just to talk and be there for one another. It tends to be, it's not healthy to leave, or to hide your emotions or to leave thoughts in. So Steph and I, we were just there for one another. There wasn't any easy days, but some days harder than others, and we were just there for one another. And we've got incredible parents and family and friends around us. So we just reached out to those who are in need, and we knew that we weren't fighting that fight alone. And that was all. I think just being open and honest, and for another, and as well too, like we weren't the first couple, and unfortunately won't be the last that has to face a challenge like that. So has you sort of rest assured that you're not alone. There's others that are facing the same challenge, and also being inside the hospital where there's many families and children that are unwell, it puts life into perspective. So everybody's in there fighting their own battle, and albeit it's an amazing place, the hospital, and they've given Harry a chance at life. He wouldn't have made it without the hospital and the doctors and nurses there, surgeons, as simple as that. But it's an amazing place, albeit very, very tough. They take great care of you, and as a team, you can get through it together.
Yes. Every successful story, there's a reason behind, and I'm sure that even though you have some hard time in Hong Kong at the beginning, but because of your experience through life, actually Harry is a life lesson for you and Stephanie too. So how to build up your stronger mindset and also mentally, so you can cope with all the difficulties, I'm sure, in the future. So can you tell us, boy, how can you balance life and career?
Yeah, it is something we have to sort of plan at times, because it's so easy to get caught up in racing, albeit there's only races twice a week in Hong Kong compared to where I'm in Queensland. It would vary between, as a rule, sort of 4, sometimes 6. So there is the workload physically is less. There's still chasing rides and negotiating with trainers and owners. It takes up time too, so it is just trying to make time for each other, and Steph and I and Harry, so we try to plan things, and fortunately I can ride at a light weight, so I can enjoy a nice lunch or dinner, so we try to do that and just go out and explore Hong Kong, so whilst we're here. So it's definitely something that you have to plan, and like most people, everybody's busy, whether you're a jockey or not. It's you have to make sacrifice to make ends meet for your family, but we tend to find enough time to do leisurely things away from racing.
Yes. So you are in Hong Kong now, and what would you like to achieve for your riding career here? Yeah,
I think like anybody that's here, we'll come to hope to ride winners and just learn along the way. It's he said there's been, even since I've been riding, 9.5 rides coming up to 10 years. There's been many Australians come and go, and just through following them, they've all sort of went on to great success, and back in Australia when they have returned and gone on to bigger and better things. So hey, fingers crossed that I can follow suit and be much better for this experience. If I could stay longer, it would be a dream. So it is a place that I'd love to spend a lot of time, Hong Kong, and yeah, it's somewhere I want to be. So hopefully it's the start of a long journey here, or the start of more experiences that I can have in returning to Hong Kong. So I'm just have opened the opportunity with open arms, and taking everything as it comes.
So that means that there will be a good chance that you, after even you extended to 1st of May, that there will be a chance that you stay longer time in Hong Kong, or even next season?
Yeah, I'd love to. Obviously, it's I hope hopefully there is an opportunity to potentially stay longer or return, and it's something that my family and I would be very, very eager to do.
Yes. So how do you see yourself in 3 years?
I'm not sure. It's especially in this game. You don't know sort of where you see yourself in 3 months. So it's hey, hopefully things will be going well, and hopefully I'm much better than I am now. It's obviously a game. I think just not only whether you're any kind of sportsman, whether you're playing golf, tennis, football, riding horses, no matter what you're doing, you hope that you're much better tomorrow than you were the day before, and likewise then. So hopefully I'm just a better, wiser jockey and person.
Any races you want to win?
Many different races I'd like to win. So no, hopefully we can win some nice races along the way.
Yes, in Australia, Melbourne Cup or something big.
Yeah, that's every jockey's dream, I'm sure. But it's an incredible race to ride in. Let alone I could only imagine what it's like to be victorious in it. So it's not many jockeys get the privilege of winning Australia's greatest race. So hey, fingers crossed that I could one day. But no, it's just learning and trying to get better as time goes on.
Last but not least, if you can just like thank 3 people, what would they be?
Definitely my parents, my wife Stephanie, and I've got too many great friends that have helped along the way, on and off the track, that have led me to be where I am. Probably with horse racing though, I'd have to say I'd be most in debt to trainer Frankie Stockdale. If it wasn't for him, I'd have never ridden a horse, and he first put me on a horse and taught me to initially how to ride. So it would be definitely those 3.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ian.
And hope
Thank
you
you.
all the best and staying longer time in Hong Kong.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
好啦 ，Hello， 點解無啦啦訪問嘅？真係 friend 咗啊！你哋
都係 friend 啦，
同湯山 friend 到有訪問，
證明佢即係啲耐力跑長途幾叻啊，係啊，幾勁啊，係啊。
但係有人話我哋個訪問太長，其實本來仲長啊，cut 咗好多㗎啦，已經。
係啊 cut 咗成。
本來鐵達尼號咁長嘅。
鐵達尼號幾個鐘㗎喎？
幾個3個鐘啊
？3個鐘啊！咁佢叫阿 Jack 㗎咯喎。
你唔係睇啲3分鐘嗰啲嘅啫咩？
小視頻嗰啲啊？
係啊，
我都係中意嘅。
喂，好啦，咁我哋回顧翻啦，唔係講湯普新啊。喂，琴晚就2個見習騎師升格，先講鍾易禮啦，去到尾場咧。顏色大王卒之都贏第70場頭馬畢業咯喎。
全世界為佢遲收工咯。
都係
即刻去影相又寫稿，
都係嘅，因為尾場啊嘛平時都即係諗緊會唔會係禮拜日
係啊，我都係咁諗啊，
頭場先頒咧，即係好似阿潘頓千七 win 咁咧，結果唔係喎，即刻頒啊！咁都見到校長啊，佢屋企人啊，跟住CEO 啊嗰啲都一齊有影相啊，女朋友都係喎。
唔賺因為美情優惠喎，幾型啊！
美情優惠
咁有得贏都冇得諗咁多㗎啦，即係食咗先啦，有糊就食啦。
但係其實佢之前都有幾隻馬搏失咗啊嘛，嗰隻花果猴王啊嗰啲都係跑第2啊，結果就即係等到去琴晚嘅尾場先畢業啦，咁都恭喜晒啊！咁眨下眼。
禮拜日點解會縮咗2場我都唔清楚，我淨係知縮咗2場嘅喎，係咯。本應播3場㗎嘛。係
啊，嗱我就前日係突然間收到通知話淨係播1場咯，冇講點解。
係啊，我都唔知點解。係咯，另外就馬官微幾時 update 啊？問你啊。
喂，其實係咪阿 B 搞㗎？
哦，即係佢放假。
放假
OK， 得，聽日幫佢跟。係啊。
咁喂，但係你見唔見到阿鍾易禮幫阿女朋友抹眼淚啊？喊喎！
嗰下我即刻忙於打緊稿啦，我仲邊得人望咁多嘢？我喺欄邊係咁打稿。
咁都恭喜晒啦，都攞夠場數畢業啦。咁另外一位就黃志宏啦，琴日起孖喎，咁亦都係贏夠20場，咁嚟緊星期日就減7磅上陣啊！呢隻蟲草之王啦，哇轉咗馬房好勁喎，2 win 喎4班啊！
尋日唔係慢步速嚟嘅喎，原來。初度呢一場我諗住係賺慢步速啊，都放得快嘅喎，其實。不過尋日個場地
好利前置
嘅。
你守喺頭2位，即係都係食糊位嚟嘅。
不過依家加黃志宏又係2期騎師王喎，谷草。
琴晚出閘sharp嘅呢隻起勝威龍啊，賺咗好似阿亨利咁講啦。前領個形勢啊，喂咁但係又咁喎，嗱平時落雨咧就唔壓地啊。咁但係琴日頭嗰5場，總之擺前嗰4名嗰幾隻馬咧，基本上都即係有機會收錢咯。但係點解會壓地咧？琴晚好似黏地。
我冇做節目喎，但係我今朝先問阿亨利嘅喎，原來有壓地嘅喎，係啊。
有壓到，同埋其實我琴日後場我入到場都特登睇下個地咧，都好深色啊啲泥土，即係似乎係腍腍地。
但係其實咧，佢之前咪輕輕換咗啲草嘅，跑馬地啊。
下草啊，你講？
係啊，佢換咗之後，其實啲泥頭一路都多啊。
OK，
係咁，琴日就直頭見到可能4碟開外咧係爛嘅嗰笪地。
因為我欄邊個角度就睇唔到埋邊啲地好唔好嘅，因為我斜線啊嘛，側邊。你上邊就睇清楚。
不過就係咯，真係奇怪啲咯，好似黏地掛牌，平時唔壓地噶嘛。
係啊，通常都係，但係呢個2個杯喎捧啊。
係啊，咁潘頓呢隻就卒之都贏啦，亦都係緊到贏得到啊呢隻。美麗係啊，同阿羅富全其實今季合作贏第2 win 嘅咋，
又係前置贏，
係啊，臨尾哇嗰個啡格啊，臨尾咪有隻馬起擒跟住拖翻出嚟嘅，先見到嗰下啡格12倍變10倍就嘭一聲5.9喎， 2分鐘3球嘢啊！
但係其實講開利前置咧，我又唔明點解嗰隻有紅利埋門個飛係回到12倍。
其實好奇怪啊，又係啊！
我真係覺得好奇，其實佢應該有紅利係啡燈噶嘛，照計。
即係7倍咁樣合理咯，唔係回到
邊日落飛
12倍咯。
邊日落飛？
即係嗰場嚇。咦！我真係唔知邊隻係熱門喎，臨尾即係個第4場。
咁但係呢隻合夥奔馳都係啦，升咗班。上一場贏精明勇進，但係升咗班都係輕鬆咁贏啊。咁都打3場頭馬啦。
佢黃腳立啊、顏色大王嗰啲都係前置翻嚟。
但係其實係壓完地之後，銀進有得追咯。因為其實琴晚你望到總之邊隻擺前，你留咗喺第7位以後，你都覺得搣得飛嘅。
咁季尾都好多呢啲日子㗎啦。
即係利前置呢啲
都多㗎，通常
留意住。
好啊，另外有落雨咧，有時都係落雨，有時落。
不過尋日就冇落雨嘅，我係頭場之前入場係有少少微雨咯，但係嗰啲好微嘅啫係。
亨利，你可唔可以落草跑道嗰度行下㗎？
佢有啊，
馬迷問咯。
佢有㗎，次完都。
唔係，而家冇咗好耐啦。
我唔俾啊，
因為中場直冇嗰啲車巴士搭
冇咗嗰啲救命車，
所以我冇再行入去咯。
好，咁啊展望啦，嚟緊禮拜日就潘明輝復出啦。反而周俊樂咧，嗱都見到可能有啲的係啦。譬如你話小霸王轉咗倉，可能都未必佢騎啦。但係都有啲超比嗰啲，但係佢係選擇停賽喎。嗰啲喬峰啊，騎開嘅馬喎，幾奇怪啊！呢個就
即係周俊樂選擇呢一日停賽。
係啊，咁你有幾隻佢騎開㗎嘛？而且都係有績嗰啲馬啦。咁另外就3T 有多寶360幾萬，
好多喎，
喐唔喐手？
但黃總不嬲都
3T 嚟㗎，唔係綠寶嚟㗎。
3T。
阿黃總不嬲都唔中意3T 嘅，好似係嘛？你係中意綠環
綠寶啊，綠寶啊，
綠寶嚟㗎，綠寶嚟㗎，
綠寶啊，
係咯。哇嚇死我啊！真係係咯，我就喺度即刻諗唔係啩？係咯，成件事改文啊，直頭爭啲係啊。
我做
360幾萬綠寶一定要諗啦，不過今次都幾。
佢中間整場2400嘅你睇，
已經好好啦。今次其實一場1800，一場2000，一場2400嘅。而家都係整一場2400啊，嗰場都一定要擺後面㗎啦，大賽嚟㗎嘛。
係肯定啦。
咁啊，所以不過就咁 B 欄偏差大嘅，希望到時偏差真係大啲啦。
B 欄
但 B 欄嘅數據又少喎。B 欄，
但係整體都係偏差大嘅。
即係你睇近幾季嘅數據。
你近3季用咗13次啊，係咯，今季2次啊，之前2季11次啊，係咯。
今季
咁都你咪累積多啲數據咯，睇多2季咯，唯有。
好啦，咁睇數據啊，今期講嗰啲新馬賽啊，嗱，其實如果睇翻2020賽季到而家咧，都4季㗎啦，咁一共咧就舉行咗15場嘅新馬賽啦，大熱門個成績相當好啊，4個第一，8個第二，2個第三，係唯一一隻唔入3甲咧，就係黃志宏喺香港第一次騎馬嗰隻太易穩跑第4啊，咁個上名咧都超過90%啦。咁嚟緊就禮拜日預期可能嗰隻超力量啦，加個羊毛面箍都係大熱門㗎啦，睇下可唔可以 keep 到個成績啊？
嗰次就係直頭第一次上陣啊，就係話壓力都大㗎。
一嚟嘅騎啫，
不過依家睇翻太易穩都幫佢搞掂翻晒啦。
不過琴日佢都真係慘啊，排個大外檔留後3碟掟大，
都追得好勁嘅。
跑個第4，
太易穩啊！你講，
爆
尾添啊早段。
嗰個第4追好多啊，幾勁。
好啦，咁血統點啊？都有好多初出馬喎，聽日禮拜日。
血統嗱，阿 WIN姐就講咗第一場先啦。4號嘅百勝威龍咧，嗱父母兩邊咧都係早熟種嚟嘅。咁咧亦而呢個種咧亦都係擅長跑直路賽，咁所以初出咁你都係啲新馬賽啫，就可以留意嘅。咁啊，另外第5場5號有隻天天同樂啊，呢隻馬咧就同美麗在線係全兄弟馬嚟㗎。咁所以1000米咧就應該係嫌短嘅，咁啊遲啲增程咧信心就會大啲。
好，咁 B 跑道點啊？
用2次，
用2次，第一次大利內碟前置，咁啊直頭係利前嗰種。上一次可能有少少鴛鴦地啦，可能1碟頂籠2碟咁樣啦，又唔算話好嚴重。但係咧就都係大利內碟㗎啦，即係轉彎咧。揈3碟就好大鑊嘅，咁啊但係咧問題就入到直路就好追咯嗰日就。
即係移出嚟中外路咁樣。
係啊，咁啊就唔關鴛鴦蝕地嘅問題嘅，就嗰日個場地就好地嗰啲偏慢少少，咁咪有一追咁樣咯。咁啊但係睇翻之前嗰2季嗰啲咧，整體都係 佢有3次出現過有真正嘅鴛鴦地嘅啫，整體經常都係大利內碟，我睇今次都唔例外。
好啦，跑11場啊，頭場開跑12點半啊，大家留意翻啦。咁我哋第一節時間差唔多啦，轉頭翻嚟睇下焦點啊。
星期六晚深夜12點半，有我愛隊曼城對住狼隊啊！曼城喺聯賽已經連贏5場啦，最後直路最強模式已經啟動，而狼隊對上4場嘅聯賽作客呢，只係2和2負未贏過㗎。咁再加上已經夠分上岸啦，戰意成疑。而曼城就好興呢，半場前領先，然後下半場探慢板嘅。咁所以我今場嘅派彩快攻略呢，就係半場波膽2-0，但一旦出現咗呢個比數之後，大家就記得各和青啦，咁就唔使驚我至愛嘅夏蘭特繼續入波啦。
認住佢先，外邊嚟緊啦，鬥到嚟最後300，
大家都肚餓啦，
咁開飯啦！
好啦，翻嚟第2節啦。咁啊點啊？李寶利啊，唔係黃寶利啊？
爭好
到嚟啦！
遠喎
琴晚成晚喺馬場，我見佢黐住阿偉達好多嘢請教咁樣。
或者偉達黐住佢啦。
唔會啩？係
嘛？
佢有女伴㗎咯。
咁啊係。
好啦，跟住就不如睇下啲焦點馬啦。先嚟場泥地啊，603場次4月20號，睇下3場4啊大眾勝利點跑啊？跑到3檔起步。一起步咧都係留喺個駕後位置啦，而家紫紫地色冇嗰匹啊！咁睇翻前邊啦，八心之威快啦，然之後中華威威勝利神驅機械騎士貼蘭啊火神神諾啦，然之後就德心之遇紫色衫嘅，跟住醒目勇驅啦，大眾勝利咧而家尾4啊，尾3咧實力哥，尾2啊歡喜福星包晒尾辣得金。
呢一日我出咗投注站嘅，初話封地嘅喎掛牌，但係好似係咪第一場開跑前已經改？
已經改咗㗎啦，
係
冇錯。
係啊，咁啊所以咧就嗰日落雨啊嘛，跟住佢又話呢個封地啊，即係乜都唔搞啦，唔出爬地車啊，唔躺平啊，唔出水車啦，更加咁咧，所以咧，但係咧點樣計都好，呢一日咧個場地咧都係有啲實嘅。咁樣咧，雖然佢後尾改翻掛牌係好地嘅，但係咧。嗰日嗰4場馬嘅時間咧，都係普遍偏快少少，即係咧以今季嚟講咧，整體長期係偏慢噶嘛。咁呢啲就大利前置啊，呢一隻大眾勝利就追得好勁，八心之威係賺啦，即係賺咗嗰啲即係實的嗰啲利放啦。呢一種場地咧就容易適應啲嘅，我覺得，但係咧就頗不利追嘅，好多時你跑1200咧都係一放到底嘅，咁啊呢一場都唔例外啦。但係問題係今個禮拜日我睇都係個雨好似下個禮拜都仲落緊喎。
係啊！
但係而家間唔中又整陣勁嘢咁樣，你真係估唔到佢咩場地啊！而家
咁但係點解都好啦，你如果又係咁嘅場地咧，咁啊可能要調高啲前置馬多啲啊。但係呢一場嚟計咧，就大眾勝利跑翻喎。
係啊，佢其實佢跑呢場之前咧，市集係突然間有翻啲前速嘅，咁結果落場跑真係有翻啲走勢啊！
呢一日咧嗰4場賽事，我係計唔到有邊啲乜嘢話特別好段速嘅，但係咧追得好嗰啲都係算係叻嘅，但係今次咧都可能係即係呢一種地咧咁樣咧，都係暫時都係調高啲前置馬多啲先。首先咧，佢有咗封地呢樣嘢咧，佢唔會搞咁多嘢咧，即係咧就會實啲嘅可能。不過嗰次係禮拜6賽事嚟，我記得。今次係跑禮拜日啊。有時禮拜6咧，有時埋邊錢搭得多咧，主貨期啊嘛。跟住咧又會實啲嘅，有時又會話。
好，跟住睇第2條片啊，4月14號584場次啊，睇下嗰隻紅海風帆點跑啊，跑9檔起步啊，5場12啊。而家9檔啦，紅色衫黃帽嗰匹啊，係咪有啲不利地啊？呢條片？
其實就咁嘅。呢一日咧有3場草地賽事啦，唔係直路賽啦。咁咧睇翻咧真係喎，嗱，首先咧就冇嗰啲貼實條欄咧佔盡上風嗰樣嘢。就算新馬嗰場都係㗎，即係咧都係好似中檔嗰啲唔曳咁啦。嚟到呢一場咧。睇翻我都幾肯定最外碟嗰1-2碟唔係幾好喎。咁啊，我覺得咧呢一場咧嗱段速嚟講就麻麻地㗎。頭先我揀咗呢條片咧， 阿亨利就話：哇！呢一組嘢
前快後
麻
超
麻地嘅啫喎，但係點都好啦，我就係想講翻個直路嗰個問題啫，就係個場地啫。咁我覺得呢一隻大熱門啊，嘉應勇士咧都係蝕咗條跑線嘅。至於紅海風帆咧，就蝕咗條跑線，再蝕得勁啲添啊！你睇下扼實條欄㗎，而追得好啊！咁就你睇下，你根本跑多步咧，其實就精彩勇士都冇埋㗎啦。其實因為出邊嗰啲係咯，嗰啲精明選擇啊，嗰條線唔錯㗎呢一日。咁所以咧就要調翻轉諗，我覺得呢一日同埋都有少少倒轉三角嘅味道嘅，睇下。
同埋呢條片係冇輔助欄嘅嚇。
呢條片冇輔助欄，所以先有機會不離地啦。但係今次咧用 B 欄咧
有輔助欄
就有輔助欄啦，就外檔會好啲咯。咁啊，但係咧跑呢一日啲馬咧，我自己咧會調高少少。即係扼實出邊嗰啲，
咁其實同日咧，另外一組有一組不可擋放翻嚟有第三咁，
不可擋算醒嘅其實，
即係佢黐實佢走最外邊，仲要蝕埋一塊步速。
佢算醒嘅其實，今次落班都要睺實嘅其實係咯，咁啊不過咧我一陣間都係貼嗰啲新馬賽，咁啊我係有另外一樣嘢講啦，係啦。
不過呢場就好多上一場睇片嗰啲馬又再對翻啊，
因為係啊，所以今次等揀條直路揀條泥地，講翻上次嗰個情況咯。
咁跟住啊嚟多場長途賽，睇翻打比大賽啊，528場次3月24號啊，睇下8場9啊，嘉應全城點樣快放啊？
點都要講場戲肉嘅。
咁都係擺喺前面走啦，嗰隻嘉應全城啊，11號馬。咁睇翻前面就佢放啦，然之後禪聖輝煌、意力迪迪啊攞欄嘅，喺佢隔離就喜蓮勇敢大外檔啦，然之後安請超超比咧都擺前啲走二碟啊，九九為專貼欄，跟住同樣美麗精算謀略、競速威龍、難以置信係尾4啊，較後位置咧嗰隻大至尊啦、驕陽明區、標之銀河。
好多人就依家睇嚟今季打比啲馬再出都未得過啊！
係
咁啊，但係問題係咁樣，即係等於大至尊咁樣，之前係咁話，哇，夠唔夠呢一個浪漫勇士跑啊咁樣？我覺得呢一場馬嘅段速係咁樣。嗱，當然啦，開個時間係梗係好快啦，因為快步速咪做快時間咯，
超快步速
完全唔關事嘅。而且呢一日咧係利前㗎嘛，其實特別喺呢一場之前嗰幾場啊。好啦，跟住咧，但係咧，我又覺得咁樣，即係咧，你其實用個段速嚟計咧。我認為呢一組馬嗰個段速水準咧，應該咧係高過2班啲，就接近1班，就未去到級制嗰個水準。所以上次其實我覺得即係大至尊咪爭個屁咯，定龍我俾你進步嘅話，冇理由夠浪漫勇士跑嘅。咁啊，但係問題係依家呢一組咧，好似個感覺俾人又差啲。但係我又覺得咁樣喎，呢一場係分界線嚟嘅喎，呢一隻咁樣嘅。嘉應全城咧，你點計都蝕咗步速啊！而呢一場之後嗰幾場咧，冚晒喎嗰日，上半場先嚟放啫嘛。咁所以咧，可能呢一度咧，可能去賺咗場地，但係咧就叫做頂翻個第3咁樣。呢度以為贏緊添啦，當時就咁。但係問題係佢都可能係蝕喎，點計都蝕咗步速先啦。但係今次去到2400。咁去咗外地有2400隻㗎嘛？係啊。喂，我睇呢件有少少唔同喎。即係咧，如果你話前邊嗰啲咩打比馬咁隻都唔得咁樣，唔好攞大至尊啊！嗰隻跑1級賽咁樣。九九為
尊都有報名啊，禮拜日。
係啊，但係呢一件啊係特別好咯，我覺得係咯。
我見佢復課仲要試咗2個集嘅再。
係啊，
即係都有嘢繼續谷嘅喎，似係。
其實佢放到好鬼快啊！佢
即係
呢場馬
就係啊！呢一場係
秒班
咁放啦。咁但係問題係點計都證明有氣量啦。呢日馬2400到嘅，咁啊，而且今年你講真，呢個皇太后杯即係嗰啲話頂榜，但係依家唔係跑平榜㗎嘛，都唔係叫做咁，但係嗰啲又冇咁鋭啊，硬係覺得。所以呢一隻我睇好喎。
咁難以置信咧，其實佢呢一場都揾位揾咗好耐，跑過第5喎。
都唔錯嘅，其實難以置信。之前嗰鋪都有啲左定係3碟嗰啲咁嘢啊，3碟嘅嗰鋪，呢一鋪都可以嘅。不過咧，我啊覺得呢一隻穩妥啲喎，呢一場冇乜步速嘅啫，係嘛？呢
場啊，望落去智取神區快。再數落去嘉應全城咯，2隻快咯，好啦。
即係咁，佢10幾檔冇乜所謂啊！呢一度前邊實 cut 到埋嚟嘅，走先唔使俾錢啊！呢單。
不過係隻將王佢退出咗女王杯報呢組，令到全部馬都孭輕磅咯。
蝕分。
所以咪仲益咗 即係嗰啲下面啲馬咯，我覺得即係輕啲好啲啦。講真，跑磅啫依家。
係，同埋你個地又唔知咧，可能你落住雨跑又唔知發生咩事。
所以我都係要蝕嘅，不過問題係即係今次都唔止去嘅，仲有一件嘅係啊。即係九九圍專係延遲報名啊，即係第4場都有一諗。
嘉寶神區都延遲報名啊，兩隻啊嗰組。
超比我反而覺得其實呢一場係 hard fight 嚟嘅，我係覺得上一次，即係我就
8嗰鋪
係啊嗰鋪啊，我就真係搏佢死啊！呢一鋪點咧？今次又
呢鋪即係你其實呢場真係好多馬蝕磅蝕得都幾多，超比蝕11磅去跑喎。
唔驚蝕磅嘅問題，我自己係啊，即係我覺得1號今年有少少走嘅樣。
即係如果就咁睇，你呢度有個網友都留言啦 ，Kevin 啊嘛，中意標誌5支啊嘛，咁佢其實係呢堆馬入邊佢係輕磅，但係唔需要蝕磅。呢
啲咪叫最賺嗰啲咯，
即係啱啱好啊！
但係去唔去到依個位啊？我硬係覺得係。
同埋佢隔嘅日子係短嘅，你跑完女王杯就即刻跑呢組。
係咯。
即係再度下先咯。
但係我覺得呢一件都唔錯嘅，嘉應傳承啊。
好，3條片睇過啦。
即係呢啲今年嘅打比又唔係話咁差嘅，點都有頂班嘅水準嘅。其實嗰個段速啊。
好，轉頭翻嚟睇下我哋推介啦。
星期日晚11點半，英超有利物浦主場迎戰熱刺喎，你點睇先？
主隊利物浦終於有成個禮拜嘅休息時間啦，而且高普同沙拿之間嘅不和問題已經解決咗，相信都可以全力應戰啦。相反，熱刺已經連輸咗2鑊，仲要首循環呢都係靠問題球嚟贏波㗎，相信今場呢都難逃一敗㗎啦。所以我今場嘅派彩快攻略呢就係半全場主，但去到75分鐘階段呢，大家就記得割啦，咁就唔使驚熱刺好似上場對住阿仙奴咁，臨尾追到要食救心啦。
臨場沙圈決定王者，目標全球首個位移數值資料庫，配合創新技術，智能計算馬匹步速，目標助你精準分析，2大手機平台免費下載。
認住佢先，外邊嚟緊啦，鬥到嚟最後300，
大家都肚餓啦，
咁開飯啦！
好，第3節咯喎，咁而家啲 like 數啊，各樣嘢夠唔夠啊？200幾個 like 喎，
真係好少。
我氣息比上季差唔係啩？
唔係因為瘦咗啫，
瘦嘅。
你而家110幾啊？係嘛？
唔係，依排開始增肥啊嘛又。
即係上翻120啊？
係咯，我啱啱都想問你，其實你諗住幾時完結咧？呢個
完結啦，唔係唔搞生酮啦，生酮唔可以長時間搞啊。
即係平時係要幾耐㗎？
斷食但唔生酮咯，玩2個月停啦，係啦，唔係玩咗3個月停啦，係啊。
好啦，咁都有人問啊，咁嚟緊其實就已經好多嘅唔同嘅。
問世界杜拜世界盃嗰啲咁嘅馬場自助餐仲有冇搞啊？
下次係亞士谷嗰個禮拜6。
可以搞到幾點咧？
你講杜拜嗰次？杜拜嗰次咪正常係跑到最後嗰場嘅。咁如果中間啲人走晒，咪早啲散咯。
哦，即係但係就真係食到最後嗰場，咪成點咁滯？
唔係佢宵夜係10點幾出嘅，佢個鋪飛就7點幾出啦。跟住就食完之後10點幾係宵夜，咁有啲人食完宵夜咪走咯。如果你想睇馬咪，
我都好夜嘅喎，但係佢都會可以撐到最夜嘅。
佢可以坐到點幾得，因為嗰個雙房唔係投注站啊。
雙房唔係投注站哦。
上次佢問嗰個應該係雙房嚟嘅。
哦，雙房嚟嘅。
係啊，你投注站嗰邊係點啊？
我去邊度都10點鐘啊！我拉疏導啊，唔係9點半咁同我講㗎啦，依家。
你去咗飲酒
9唔搭八，梗係唔係啦？我講食飯嗰啲啦。依家邊有咁嘅 service 㗎？真係馬場都幾好，我讚緊馬會又唔使驚啊！你係震晒咁啊，睇你。
唔係，我諗緊你投注站係11點係熄燈㗎嘛。
我唔係投注站，我講出邊啲食肆係啦。我想讚馬會叻係啦，即係咁夜都開，你唔使咁驚嘅。
咧最後上年海外賽最後嗰日啊，佢投注站落咗閘，但係入邊繼續係播緊㗎。
嚇！
係啊，
可以咁樣
因為
㗎嘛
佢11點一定要落閘啊。
其實
但係啲
我覺得
人未走，咪繼續喺度咯。
咁好㗎。
嗰次係啊，唔知之後啊。
但係原來係一定要收㗎，某啲時間。
佢係咁講喎，佢係咁講喎。
有啲咁嘅事。
係你下次問下。
要領牌嘅咩？即係開夜啲？
唔知喎。
唔係啩？
唔知啊，可能佢真係 default 咗11點，佢閘要落。
佢落咗個投注閘咪得咯，跟住電話投注咪得咯。
電話閘啊，梗係刪咗啦，個櫃位嗰啲，唔知啊，再問下咯。咁好啦，嚟緊就跑英國2000堅尼，跟住再跑英國1000堅尼都枕住嚟喎，啲海外賽。
係咁禮拜日啦，就越洋轉播就改為只係播一場1000堅尼嘅啫。咁喺香港時間晚上10點40分咧就開跑嘅。咁啊，大家就可以留意下，我哋星期五夜晚8點咧會有海外賽特輯。
係咁啊，講翻個主題賽事啦，英國2000堅尼啊，不如睇翻啲數據啦。
佢話發11點一定要收嘅喎，哇！法例係
法例唔奇，真係唔奇。好啦，咁睇下個數據啦。嗱，近屆個英國2000堅尼嗰啲三甲馬咧，排內檔嘅成績就比較好嘅，1至4檔就3個第一、2個第二同埋3個第三啊。咁大家嚟緊都可以留意翻嗰啲你中意嗰啲馬嘅排檔啦。
咁樣平時跑到1點鐘咁樣11點趕啲阿伯走啊，喺個投注站。
1點，
即係話11點一定要收。
我有聽，
咁老土㗎。
我有聽過係，同埋嗰啲
咁點夜繽紛啊，大佬係啊。
改咯咁。
係啊。依啲根本就係啦，老法呢啲根本就係。係啊。
咁啊嚟緊都要繼續留意㗎啦，因為5月中啊又有啲新加坡轉播賽啊，跟住6月又有成抽嘅10幾個轉播賽日咯。
1000堅尼同2000堅尼有乜分別啊？
呢啲
亨利。
哇！你跑我真係我真係。
我見你頭先講得咁流利，我咪考下你咯。
我對稿讀係咩？嚇！唔係真係要問下楊。
啲黐馬可以跑1000堅尼定2000堅尼啊？
我真係唔知。
如果黐馬。
聽日問下文傑同阿 Win 啦，等佢哋答啦。好啦，可以翻嚟啦。
價錢嚟嘅，呢個係價錢嚟嘅，即係以前啲獎金嚟嘅，即係但係過晒時㗎啦，個名就係咯。即係馬乸就1000堅尼，馬公係2000堅尼，但係馬乸可以報2000堅尼。
哦，咁樣。但
係依家其實個獎金係一樣嘅話，係咯。
仲有黃昏馬係喎，6月開始。6
月開始啊！
黃昏馬喎。
係啊，
我好中意黃昏馬啫。
嚇，我都中意幾多黃昏馬啦。
而家個開跑時間係咪同上季一樣？
好似係
4點啊！
係啊，我其實我係叫佢跑夜馬好過嘅。
不過咁
你開5、6點咁咪好咯。
我琴日望過6月嗰個賽期表咧，4日係黃昏賽啊嘛。
係啊
，3日跑11場。
咁慘。
係啊，嗱有一日係有場新馬嘅，咁新馬跑11場係啊，
合理啊。
咁但係另外嗰2日咧就係跑分級賽，咩獅子山錦標啊，精英碟啊、精英杯啊嗰啲咧，嗰2個賽日咧就都係跑11場。
咁
係啊，
咁不過就咁。
其實好你講。
11場最憎係開12點半啫，即係好似今個禮拜就係啊。咁要早起啊嘛，但係黃昏馬個影響就少啲嘅，係啊，反正都可以瞓到黃朝白眼啊嘛。
唔使搞
講世榮嗰陣時精神開心啲，有冇搞錯啊？真係係啊。
唔係喎，好多人話你嗰日喺度陰陰嘴笑喎。一講啊陰陰嘴，
梗係冇啦，梗係冇啦。
唔知啊，啲人係咁講啦嚇。
梗係冇啦。
咁講啊4道賽啦，你中意咩？
好 friend 㗎，我同佢。
又陰陰嘴笑。係
啊 friend。
你中意咩馬？
我同個個都 friend 㗎啦，係啊。呀，嚟啊！
你啊，
講完啦。
係啊。
貼身馬，一場嘅2號啊，加州活力。上次咧係輸到火都嚟啊！幾多檔啊？睇翻先。橙色衫啊，5檔啊，一出就慢咗喎。喂，嗱頭先我講過啦，呢一日咧直路咧其實就外邊不利嘅，走中間唔錯嘅。咁啊依家移咗埋嗰邊啦，唔使理佢住。但係真係慘呢一場馬，即係佢根本咧就係、即係其實我好中意佢嗰個閘嘅。即係有一次從化閘咧，鍾易禮特登上去試，一騎內咧一有反應之後咧即刻收喎，跟住一過終點之後咧有餘勢喎。點知？俾嗰個艾杜拿，跟住咧又唔俾鍾易禮喎，跟住咧就慢咗閘咯。好啦，呢一度轉翻出個有利跑線嘅，其實嗱移翻過嗰邊咧唔係差嘅，但係問題呢一場嘅步速唔係快啊嘛。咁啊所以咧就係追唔到啦，追翻第4啦。咁啊今次又擺艾杜拿，咁啊點都要跟多一次噶啦。因為咧呢一場馬步速唔快咧，就係其中一隻放頭馬咧， 嗰啲東星月啊，嗰啲都係慢咗啲閘嘅，跟住聖托里尼前邊都唔係話好，
佢均速嗰隻
佢有均速啲咁啊。但係我希望今次咧，你只要唔慢閘咧，就有得追嘅應該呢一度。咁啊嗱，講真，隻超力量咧呢一場咧就冇乜話蝕咩嘅，佢都係有份賺嗰種嚟嘅，我覺得。咁啊睇下再跑成點啊！當然啦。聖托里尼應該蝕咗啲不離地嘅，跟住咧仲有一件咧就係隻東星月都係蝕咗不離地嘅。咁啊，另外紅黃呢個繽紛咧就蝕不離地，但係輸到鬼咁遠唔關事啦。咁所以咧呢一場咧，我就拖翻頭先即係叫做跑得好啲嗰啲啦。我係用加州活力做膽啊，買單貼啦，拖聖托里尼，呢係重腳嚟嘅。跟住咧就搏隻超力量甩啦，同埋拖埋9號嘅東星月。
咁啊 Win 我介紹啦，嗱佢今次有 Win 就揀咗第5場2號嘅萬事快啊，就話前將排一檔咧全程走不離地，都有第4嘅。咁啊嗰場544之前咧焦點馬咧都播過㗎啦。咁啊上次11檔就保中啦，咁啊今次繼續排好檔，應該可以打一沓再贏。咁啊投注策略1 Win 3批。
哦，尋晚歡樂佬喎冇火都嚟，即係都有買啲，即係貼咗咪買啲咯。但係成件事啲飛又輸緊咁樣，跟住咧，喂，尋日真係唔對路啊！成件事，即係你買後上馬嘅話，係咯，所以咁幾大都縮。
得隻銀駿係對路
住啦。
但係佢係壓完地之後
第一場
係
銀駿我都有中意㗎，但係我又冇即係嗰陣時又驚啊，係咯，咁冇啦，即係買少少算啦。尋晚
好啦，我揀咗7場1啊，大千眼界啊，睇下580場次4月14號點跑啊！睇個巡邏影片啦，因為入到直路真係塞到嗌救命啊！跑10檔起步啊，63啦，而家白帽嗰隻啊。咁前面就快啊，妙芳華啦，有型有福，然之後美麗邂逅都埋緊去啊。喬峰啊，等喺前面走啦，跟住就係加爾馬競進天下上寶，好精神咧就中游位置嘅，然之後金姓名區啦，今場頭馬就貼欄㗎，跟住包裝英明啦，電信子彈超威力，小飛俠大千眼界咧，因為個10檔啊，而家留咗喺個包尾貼欄位置啊。咁其實上季就好快已經識贏啦，呢隻大千眼界贏啊，贏場1200嘅。咁但係其後就有啲受傷啦，左前腳韌帶受傷啊。咁佢今季就去到3月復出啦，隔咗14個月冇跑，揾阿黃志陽跑嗰場約組啊，金髮人髮啦。但係佢沿路都係蝕過3碟啦，翻嚟都叫做接近嘅。咁你今場揾翻何澤堯啦。嗱，如果大家有印象咧，呢一日就係何澤堯復出嘅第2個賽日，亦都係佢第1個沙田賽日啦。嗰個即係騎師本身個狀態都未係話咁足㗎。咁睇下入到直路啦，呢度移出嚟，跟其他馬嗰隻加爾馬中間冇位喎，咁啊褪出一格啦，跟住金姓名區冇，咁點咧？拍兩下邊又移出一格，咁其實呢度個位都好窄嘅，喺隻競進天下呢度中間嗰個位，喬峰中間嗰度。個位咧就似有還冇嘅，但係何澤堯咧呢度都即係縮下縮下咁樣翻嚟跑到第4。其實如果嗰度唔係少少夾一夾咧，應該有 Q 啊。咁好啦，而家隻馬佢嗰個傷患之後跑咗2鋪啦，個狀態應該起翻啦，同埋去到季尾階段呢啲叫做跑得少嗰啲馬，可能喺個體力方面係賺到啲着數啊。咁今次就揀佢啦，大千眼界啊！
我答下呢個問題先啦，你個投注策略先啦。
投注策略就大千眼界做膽啦，連贏同埋位置 Q 啊，拖翻隻等前走啦，艾利奧同埋上一場打到邊都斷啦，但係增程啊8號啊勇霸龍，
真係斷咗邊啦？
唔係，即係
即係你咁講
瘋狂車
形容詞嚟嘅，形容詞。
但係勇霸龍
唔係事實嚟，
跑1400，
跑1400啊！
不過上次真係強組嚟。
有人問我覺唔覺得廖康銘呢個馬房好難捉？嗱，好簡單嘅啫，其實即係咧。即係我又之前又話佢呢個馬房冇打一搭啊，又話咁啊成日落飛啊咁樣，終於咪俾馬主老友啊鬧鬼我係啊，亂噏24咁樣，跟住咧我話得你約佢做個訪問啦，嗱今朝做咗啊係咪導演？如果你唔怕悶嘅話，咁我哋下次又做呢條片，等佢解釋佢點解係咯，佢啲嘢咯係咯，咁。我講啊，係啦，我梗係笑佢哋㗎啦，唔通佢幫佢講好話？咁佢自己講咁，梗係講啲正面嘢啊。
唔係，但係佢內容有冇講呢樣嘢先？
我唔知喎，我未睇喎，佢今朝先做啫嘛，揾阿文傑同佢做嘅，跟住咪你想睇嘅，我下個禮拜又播俾你睇啦。你大家又唔好一路睇一路鬧啊，係啊。 佢講咁多，係講翻少好多噶嘛，好做好多㗎呢啲節目。
好，咁啊，輪到我
做咩唔妥嚇？咁你講晒佢咯，又
唔係完。
你應該要贊同我噶嘛？
我講翻心水馬啦，我介紹第10場8號啊，嘉應高升，咁啊睇佢上一場526啊，即係亦都係打比嗰日嚟嘅，咁啊外檔出閘嗱，第一隻就撲咗出嚟㗎啦，其實佢好快嘅，不過咧佢又唔係話好急搶埋嗱，而家埋邊嗰隻龍之輝咧已經著咗聲咁樣鏟咗上嚟，而家係喺佢內側啦，咁佢咪沿途一路拍住喺龍之輝外側二碟望空咁樣啦，即係要講一講啦嗱，雖然咧嗰一日打比嗰日咧上半頭先阿黃總提過啦，上半場就好利前置嘅，但係問題佢呢場個段速前快後快咧，就算你睇晒全日嚟講咧，點計都係呢一場嗰個段速水準咧，真係最好嘅嗱，佢呢一場前置已經蝕咗個快步速啦，即係仲要二碟喎。但係蝕完之後，仲可以做到個最快末段，再彈開隻龍之輝咧，個幾馬位嚟嘅。嗱，如果你對比下嗰一日下半場咧，其實有一場一班嘅1200米嘅，即係威力奔騰贏嗰組。其實佢而家做個水準咧，段速水準仲好過威力奔騰喎，即係仲好過一班嘅喎。你仲要留意嗱，呢一隻嘉應高升咧，3歲嘅啫，呢一場仲要係孭住個135磅頂磅，可以做到個前快後快彈甩嚟贏。咁其實即係點計？你呢次就算升到嚟2班，俾翻個輕磅，你都點都夠抽。
你係第10場嗰隻啊？
第10場啊，係啊。
你呢個305嗰組，你到上個禮拜都仲喺度橫掃咁樣，啱尾場又靠一日畢業，你講下顏色大喎。跟住上個禮拜就綠色，仲殺到係啦，殺到入 Q 咁樣，唔係啊，跑 pace 咁 Group One 咁樣，哇都未停過啊！305呢扎嘢。所以今個禮拜唔止佢啊，即係巴閉仔啊，尾場又係305啊。
同埋我睇呢隻個目標會唔會係12月國際賽啊？即係你睇佢氣勢，
佢好似冇咁心急，
冇咁心。但係咁下季咪轉4歲咯？
因為綠色都跑咗幾場啦，佢就即係好似慳住嚟用，可能佢係諗遠啲，我覺得。
3歲啫
，3歲啫嚇。
咁所以305嗰個威力有在啊！依家
咁啊526頭先大家睇片呢場都仲係勁住㗎，即係蝕住個快步速都可以做到最快末段。咁啊繼續攞住啦呢次。咁啊投注策略有邊3批啊？
好波仔啊，7場2啊，綠色好運。上一場咧慢步速見到追勢。眼罩配備又冇反效果啊！而且季內咧已經交代嘅風火行運咧，啱啱禮拜3就轉咗去跑馬地跑喎，好似讓路咁啊！今次繼續有快馬開路咧，應該啱佢後上發揮啊！策略就7場2啦，綠色好運1 win 3 批啊！
我想問一樣嘢，用天行入場未㗎？
未，
琴日
冇入，
未見
收到。
係咁好啦，睇下我哋今次推介。
我係貼啊第1場新馬賽嘅2號一個加州活力嘅。
我係7場1大千眼界。
阿 WIN 姐就第5場2號萬事快，我就第10場8號嘉應高升。咁啊波仔就第7場2號綠色好運。
真係99倍大冷門啊
！99倍
咩事啊？
冇人問偷拍嗰單嘢喎，咁快啲完啦，係嘛？
其實而家係咪冇人知？
冇人知啊！真係講少啊！真係，你估呢度啲人淨係睇星島啊？真係戇居居啊！
好，留意下聽晚嘅海外版贏在起跑線啦。
8點。
係，我哋禮拜1再見。
好，拜
拜。